My name is AJ Bergeron, and I've been working with SD Evolution so far for 3.5 months. My coach now is Robin. I think that my biggest struggle before working with SD Evolution was, really asking the questions: how much and how often? How much do I eat? How often do I eat? How much do I work out? And how often do I? I think many people struggle with having their entire lives at home. My life was, I have one space to work out, to work, to be a husband, to be a father, with a toddler running around. And I think finding the balance between all of those things and not having access regularly to a gym and to the equipment that, I was so used to. So it was making effective use of what I had at home, what I could actually get access to, what I could get my hands on as everyone else was trying to. So for me, I struggled with all of those things because I had worked out with a gym and with other coaches before. And I think that finding that balance, that priority, and the hows for me was my biggest challenge before working with SD Evolution. I chose SD Evolution for only one reason, and the only reason that I had ever had exposure to them through, which was the amount of education that they put out there on social media. My wife Sarah follows them, and I decided to follow them on Instagram, both Josh and Alessandra, and I was amazed at the amount of free information that they were giving away about, their training techniques and all, and how knowledgeable they were about the industry that they were in. And so for me, it was my personality. I like to know exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and so I need to be educated as a consumer as well. And I figured that if they're doing this for the general public out on the public internet, then I can only imagine what I'll have access to as a client and the results that I'll have, and that has followed suit. My favorite part about the one-on-one coaching experience has to be the humanity that Coach Robin brings for me. Um, you know, she has a family, I have a family, and as a coach, I feel like she can really identify with the struggles and the balance and the priorities that I have to, lift and shift every day. And also part of that humanity is yes, can be tough love, so to speak, but it's also, you know picking me up when saying like, hey, today was a tough day, or this was a tough week for whatever reason. um, those days, or a week here or there, won't make or break you. So let's let's fix it, let's move on, and continue with the training. And I also think that the way that she does check-ins, video check-ins, are really effective for me, because she goes through everything kind of line by line, and everything that I type I'm accountable for, everything that I eat and put in the client portal I'm accountable for. And I think that technology reach really helps bring clients their and their coaches closer together. It's instead of feeling like you're miles apart, you're just a window pane away. And that's one of the big reasons that I chose SD Evolution. And it's been a saving grace, and a great part of what they do and what Coach Robin does to help me get through some pretty stressful and pretty rough times. I think that my overall lifestyle has really improved in a lot of ways since working with a coach in SD Evolution. I've managed to certainly lose some fat, gain my muscle back, which was my original goal. And now I'm trying to lean out a little more, and basically look the way that I know I want to and know that I can. SD and Coach Robin has really given me the confidence and the tools to be able to do that. But really, it boils down to me for just being a happier, more energetic person, chasing a toddler around, and trying to be a full-time employee again, and also be a husband. Those are all things that really take a lot of thought and a lot of energy throughout the day. So being able to adjust my meals and my workout schedule and make everything work and balance all of those things, I think has been the biggest lifestyle and, well, real improvement for me. Because when really I'm one of those people where any one of those things are out of whack, and sometimes it's difficult to, it's difficult to pull it all back in and rebalance. And I think that Coach Robin at SD Evolution has really helped me find that balance. I think the most impactful thing that I learned from working with SD Evolution and Coach Robin is that really is just the focus on the process. I think a lot of people, at least I did initially when working with other coaches, is, you know, you have this ideal about what you want to do, how you want to do it, and what you want to be. But I think for me, it was about just do the process. Record your macros every day, do your lifts, right? And everything else, make good food choices. I think everything else will fall into place. If you did anything right, you did those things correctly. And for me, not getting caught up in, um, you know, being perfect. I think that's part of it too. Is if you miss a day, or you're not perfect a day, or you're not perfect for a week, you can still make progress. And it really is how slow or how fast that you want to go as a client, and how that fits into the SD evolution process. And I was so used to, 2-hour gym sessions, big lifts, all the time. But you can get results with following the process with the equipment that you have in your basement or in your house or wherever you work out. And, being perfectly imperfect is an asset that I never really knew that I had. I think that if I had to describe SD evolution in a single word, I think it would be commitment. And in a single sentence, I think the unwavering commitment, even when I didn't have my best days or my best weeks, I felt like SD evolution and Coach Robin were really behind me, regardless of what I was doing, how I was feeling about myself, and the choices that I had made. Um, I think that's the most important thing, is that dedication and that commitment that you get from SD Evolution as a client.